faces on here. So welcome everybody. So excited you guys are on our team huddle tonight. I love it. I see the chat blowing up with people sharing about either what they're feeling from TAC or what they're feeling from Biotic. If you want to jump in and share what it's doing for you as well, your name will get entered to win a $50 Thrive credits. And we're starting this off tonight. You know, I see a couple of names that I'm not familiar with. So I want to kind of introduce myself first. And if you're a guest tonight, we're so glad that you're on. We're going to be spending about the first 10 minutes talking about mastering your calendar. It's something that I'm super passionate about and I love. And, you know, it's funny because as our team evolves and grows, I realize I haven't done this in a really long time, but I used to do this, gosh, probably at least once a quarter because it's so important in a business like this, whether you're running this Lavelle business as a side business or if you're running it as a full-time business. Either way, you know, we can get burnout. And I hate to see when that happens to people. And it generally happens because they haven't mastered their calendar. Or I find that they really had all these grand plans with their business and then life kind of gets in the way and they don't hit those goals. And again, same thing. If they were learning how to master the calendar, it really does help in those areas. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. My name is Blair Critch. I am one of the leaders here on United We Thrive. I live in South Florida. I have been on the Thrive experience for 6.5 years now and in the business just as long. And I have loved every single minute of it. So we're excited if you're joining us for the first time tonight. Let us know in the chat if you're joining as a guest so we can welcome you. And I'm super pumped to talk about this. So I want to know in the chat now, hold on, let me write down who the winner is and I'll tell you guys at the end. So I want to know in the chat feature, and if you guys are new to Zoom, down at the bottom, there is a little box. It looks like when you were back in the days of comic strips, a little bubble, right? It's like that. If you click on it, then you'll be able to type in and chat with other people that are in here. But I'd love to know from you right now, do you spend time every week planning out your calendar? Like, do you spend time actually taking the time to time block, to figure out where am I working my business? Where am I going to be spending time with all the other things that I need to get done this week? And I love hearing if you guys do that or not, because it is vitally important, right? And one of the biggest things I can tell you about this industry after being in it for over 11 and a half years now is if you treat your business like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. And if you treat your business like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. But how does that happen? It happens by doing those income producing activities every single day that you know help build your business. If you're not sure what those are, we have an amazing unit. Actually, they changed it to called guides now inside of our Facebook group, United We Thrive. But you can find our daily consistent 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in there. You can also be joining our working Zooms that we have on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. or Monday, Wednesday evenings from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And those are great ways to kind of walk through, like, what would an hour working this business look like, right? We don't do reach outs and follow ups so much on there as we do utilizing social media to grow. But the main thing that we want to do every single day is make sure we're doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you don't know what 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is, I'm hoping one of my amazing teammates will hop into the chat and maybe just share that really quick, but you can also find it on our team page. So when I first met Paul Gravett, one of our co-CEOs and co-founders of Lavelle, 6.5 years ago, I was a couple weeks into this business, and I asked him a question. I said, I've been in network marketing now for 4.5 years with a jewelry company, and I decided to switch over to this business, and I want to earn 6 figures. Like, how many of you guys want that? Like, I wanted to hit the top of the compensation plan in 4 or 5 months. That was my goal. I said, I want to be bringing in 6 figures a year. How do I do that with this business? And he looked at me and he said, if I opened up your calendar, would I see the things that are most important? And would I see where you're going to be working this business? And man, that was a huge aha moment for me, because at the time, of course I had a calendar. I'm a mom. I've got kids going every different direction, right? How many of you guys can understand and relate to that? But the reality is my calendar was full of what I needed to do for my family. And there wasn't anything on there about the specific times that I was going to be working my business. And he said to me, it should be the game board of your life. Your calendar should be the game board of your life. If I look at it, I should see the people that are most important to you. And I should see where you're working your business and for how long every single day. So that is why I came up with this really cool mastering your calendar. If you guys have never seen this before, it'll go up on the team page tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. I have it scheduled to drop for you guys. I created this back in the very beginning of our business because people would ask me about my calendar. Now, I would love to hear from you guys in the chat. How many of you guys use paper calendars? How many of you use digital calendars? And how many of you don't use a calendar at all? It's okay. You can be honest. But those are generally right. And so for me, I'm seeing a lot of paper. Oh, I'm seeing some people that use electronic, both. Awesome. I still use paper because I love to write things in and I love to time block every 30 minutes. Yes, law of attraction calendar, Amy, that's my favorite. Or passion planner. I think I went back to passion planner this year because I needed certain time slots. But I like every 30 minutes to be on there and I like to schedule out exactly what's happening. So one of the cool things about this sheet, guys, is you'll be able to walk through this tonight if you print this out and either do it tonight or maybe tomorrow. But this is what I do every single Sunday. So first I sit down with my calendar for the week and I figure out what are the things that I need to put on there. So do I have any doctor's appointments? Are there any workouts or anything like that, classes that I'm taking, right? Whether online or in person. Are my kids, do they have any events that I want to go to? Are there any things that I need to make sure I put down on there, right? So I figure that out first. And I kind of know, right, what are the things that I have going on for the week as far as other people. So for me, it's I have kids, and I highly suggest this on the paper that you figure out what are the most important things for you. And I give you 4 slots. So here's my 4 slots. They're my kids' events. There's my personal time, and that includes my workouts or maybe what I'm doing to be healthy and strong, maybe my meditation, my affirmations, those kind of things. I have my Lavelle business, and then I have another side business called Bless Mama Bosses. And that's just like a coaching business that I have. So I have those 4 things on my calendar. And then I decide what color each one of those things are going to be with. So my boys, that includes Ryan, it's green, always green, because it's easy for me to remember. The boys are green. Pink is for personal for me. Okay. And then yellow is for Lavelle. And the reason I use yellow for my Lavelle business is because I time block times. And it's easy for me to read when I highlight things in yellow. Like I might time block a whole 4-hour spot and then I can write in the things that I'm going to be doing. And then I have another color, orange, for my Blessed Mama Bosses business. Now, the reason I like to figure out what the 4 most important things are before I sit down every single week and have color codes for them is because that's how I highlight them in my calendar. So I'll show you guys really quick. You don't have to go overboard with it, but if you guys can see that, it's easy for me to glance and see very quickly, oh, tonight's green. That means I have somebody's game. Now let me go see whose game it is, right? Because I wrote it down. But by having it quickly highlighted like that, it's easier for me to see, especially with my Lavelle business. When somebody says, hey, what time slots do you have available to go live with me? Or what time slots do you have available for me to get you on a 3-way call? I can very quickly glance at my calendar and see what's yellow and fill in those spots. Then I take that every week. I'm writing down all those things. And then I'm figuring out, when am I spending time on social media? Because that's another thing that will suck your time if you don't have it specifically mapped out, right? So I specifically write on there during those time slots, where's my 30-minute time spot to spend on Facebook? Where's my 30-minute time spot to spend on Instagram? That's what I'm doing. There we go. All right. So I have those things, and I highly recommend finding 2 social media platforms that are the best for you, and then writing that down when you're going to get to them every day, instead of trying to master 6 or 7 things, right? So unless you can use the same content on all of those. But if you're truly using your social media to grow and meet new people, you've got to have it time slotted, right? Those of you that get on working Zooms with me, you always hear me say at the end that I also put 2 10-minute time blocks every morning to go into 2 different Facebook groups to meet new people. That's on my calendar every single day, Monday through Saturday. Okay. And if I have extra time in the evenings, if I can glance at my calendar and I see I have extra time in the evening, I might put another 2 10-minute time slots to go into 2 different groups and comment and engage. Right. And I even get so specific so that I know exactly what time I'm getting up in the morning every day. What time am I planning to go to bed? Now, does it always happen specifically the way I write it down? I sure wish. No, not always. Life happens. But if I know that my plan is to go to bed at 9:30 every single night, then I know I need to close down at a certain time. I also know that if I'm going to bed at a certain time and I'm allotting a certain time to wake up, I know exactly when I can start working and adding in my time slots. Okay. So that's really important to make sure you know when are you going to get up? When are you going to go to sleep? What are the two social media platforms that you're going to spend time on? Where are they time blocked? And then another really big time sucker is checking your email. Think about this. If you're checking your email throughout the day, you are wasting lots of minutes that add up to hours by the end of the week. So instead, pick what are the two times a day I'm going to check my email. If you even get a lot of emails, right? I check my email first thing in the morning after I do my affirmations, my visualization, my morning routine. I check my emails and I check my messenger before I get started for the day to make sure there's nothing that I need to do that is going to alter anything that I had planned. Then I check emails. It used to be when I used to actually drive my kids to school, which now I have a 16-year-old, so I don't do this anymore. But prior to this year, I used to always check my emails again when I was waiting in pickup line. So any of you guys that do pickup line, that's a great place to be checking emails. Get there 10 minutes early, get in line and check your emails then, or check your messenger then. For me now, because I don't take my kids to school anymore, my allotted time is actually when I close down for the night. So if I'm done working my business and I know I look at my calendar, a great example is Tuesday. My son has a game on Tuesday. So Tuesday, I'm not working in the evening because I'm going to his game. So before I leave for his game, I'm checking my email, I'm checking my messenger, I'm closing down for the night so that I can be 100% involved and invested in that game. Because let me tell you something, if you're trying to do this business and also balance having a family life or having a personal life, but you're always like this on your phone and you're never actually paying attention to the people that are around you, they're going to feel it, they're going to notice it, and they're going to start to resent your business. So that's why it's important that you allot these time slots for exactly what you want to be doing. So if I know before I leave for his game, I'm checking my emails, I'm checking the messenger, or maybe in the parking lot while I'm waiting for the game to start. While I'm at the game, I'm 100% paying attention. Before I go to bed at night or before I shut down, I would probably come back and check one more time and make sure there's nothing I need to address before I go to bed so that my mind is fresh, right? So those kind of things are all on my calendar and making sure I know when I'm going to review my day for the following day. So I like to look through like tonight when we're done with this, I have it allotted for 8:30 or for 9 p.m. tonight because I had this at 8:30. So at 9, I'm going to check my calendar. Did I get everything done today that I need to get done? What does my day look like tomorrow? And is everything there? And now, when you're looking at those time slots that you made for your Lavelle business, what are you doing during that time? We're not scrolling. We're not, just passively looking at things. We are doing the income producing activities that we know work. We're inside of Facebook groups trying to meet new people. We're sending friend requests. We're sending messages. We're connecting with people. We're helping solve people's pain points with our product, our service, or our opportunity. We're reaching out to those people that we met last week and we need to connect with, right? We're following up with our customers. We're following up with the people who are sampling. We're following up with our newest promoters. All of those things need to be on your calendar, okay? We can go more into depth with this for sure. And this can go on for a long time because I love talking about this subject. But tonight I wanted to kind of keep it a little bit short and just kind of share with you guys my short version. You'll also get that free graphic on our team page tonight. It'll drop at 9 p.m. But I want to kind of change gears tonight because we have some things that are going on right now that I think are really important. So if you are a guest tonight and you're joining us and you're not part of our team yet, we would love for you to join in this week on Thursday night inside of our Wi-Fi Wealth group. We have an amazing live in there that will help you learn more about the business. And we would love for you to join our team. But for those of you that are part of our team, we're going to talk a little bit right now about Thrive Palooza. So Thrive Palooza is our annual conference from Lavelle. And I know we've been getting a ton of questions and a lot of people asking, more about it or about details or expenses and all those kind of things. So I want to share with you guys a few ways. I've been in this industry now, like I said, for 11 and a half years. And when I was with my first company, the jewelry company, Ryan and I were going through some, financial things. And I remember when the first annual conference came up, we had to pay for tickets. We had to pay for hotel room. We had to pay to get there. We had to pay, for food and all these different things. And I know that's exactly the same thing that a lot of you guys are feeling right now for Thrive Palooza. But I'll tell you this. I remember my leader said to me, if you want to grow in this business and you want to move to the next level and you want to truly have the kind of belief that will make others want to join your team, it's a non-negotiable. You need to be there. And so I remember thinking like, how am I going to do this? So I decided to get a room of 4. I got 4 people in the room. So it cut the cost, right? We divided each night by 4. I flew in the morning of the first event. I flew out the night that it was over. I brought oatmeal packets with me because every single hotel room I've ever been in always has a coffee machine, right? And so I boiled up water in the coffee machine and poured it into the to go cup that they give you in the room and poured my oatmeal into it. That was my breakfast. I brought it with me. Didn't cost me a dime, right? Well, it cost me a dime when I went to the store, but it didn't cost me a dime in California when I was at the conference, right? Next, I made sure that for lunch, I ordered something that I could cut in half. So I had like a club sandwich, I think 2 days in a row because it was easy. I knew to bring back to my room and put in the little mini fridge. So I ate half of my lunch. I brought it upstairs. I put it in the mini fridge. And guess what I ate for dinner? The other half. Okay. I did everything I had to do to make sure I was there. I brought bags of nuts. I brought bars. Guys, we have those things. You can use your credits to get those things. You could bring Thrive Brights with you. You could bring Thrive Pro bars with you. Dang, we can live on our shakes alone, right? We have so many amazing products. Like you don't even have to have food if you have credits and you're getting all of our Lavelle amazing products. But here's the thing. I did what I had to do to be there. And guess what? After I left that first conference, my business doubled. The next one, I didn't have to share a room with 4 people. I didn't have to bring my own food. I actually extended it and went to Napa because all of a sudden my business was exploding. Now, obviously, I'm not saying these are guaranteed things, but what I am telling you is I did not let anything stop me from getting there the first time. I took notes like you wouldn't believe. I remember like going like this quite often because my hand hurt. I was taking so many notes. But here's the biggest thing. I got there, I learned, and I implemented. I didn't just go for the fun, which is, believe me, we're going to have tons of fun. I didn't just go for the fun. I went to learn. And I took what I learned when I got home and I implemented it. Anybody who stood on that stage and shared what they were doing that moved their business forward, I tried it. Some of them worked, some of them didn't work. Some of the approaches were not right for me. They didn't speak to my audience. They weren't right. But I went back and I tried it. And if it didn't work, then I tried a different thing that I learned. And guess what? My business doubled. And I went from earning, I don't know, like maybe $1,000 a month to earning, $2,000 to $5,000 a month. And then the following year after the next conference, I went from earning that to earning $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And this happened because I took action, right? I love it. Pamela said, those who show up, go up. It's so true, you guys. So I want to share with you guys a few tricks about how to make Thrive Palooza a little bit more affordable for you. But I want to share with you guys something that I saw Simon Chan, who he is part of MLM Nation. He has his own podcast and he has all kinds of amazing leaders on there. He has interviewed almost 200 people. It's probably 200 by now because last month he said he was close to 200 different people in network marketing, direct sales that are leaders. And he said this, he said that 10 years in MLM, he's never met anyone that earns over $4,000 a month that does not go to the company conferences. So he said, I don't know anybody who can earn over $4,000 a month that doesn't go to their annual conference. And then he shared the 4 biggest reasons why he believes that you should go to your annual conference. He said, number 1, belief in your company. You'll get to see firsthand what your company is all about. And I can tell you guys right now, our company is amazing. Melissa just asked, will there be a live stream to the conference? They do not usually do that. Sometimes they show parts of it, but they don't usually show all of it. Now, obviously with COVID, it might be different this year, but they haven't announced that yet. So I wouldn't bank on it for sure. The second thing is belief. It gives you belief in your industry. So the first one was belief in your company. The second is belief in your industry because you're going to personally meet tons of people who have made it in this MLM network marketing world. That gives you belief. The third thing is belief in your products because you're going to learn more about what the products are, how they work, and how they benefit others. And the fourth is belief in yourself. This is the most important part because if you don't have belief in yourself, your business isn't going to go far. But when you see those people up on stage and you see the diversity and you see all the different kinds of people, I'm telling you guys, you're going to be like, this is possible for me. It was actually the very first conference that Lavelle ever had in July of 2014 that I saw Elise, my friend Elise, up on stage with 6 other people. They were the only 6 200Ks at the time. It was a guy that literally had tattoos from his neck to his toes. It was, all different shapes and sizes. Maria was up there, right? Like a ex beauty queen. I think she used to be like Miss Texas or something. Elise was up there. I saw other women up there I saw a woman up there that was well into, her retirement age. It was just a moment of me seeing this on Facebook. And that was the one moment that made me finally decide to try the Thrive experience and see if it would work for me. Because I thought if those people can hit the top of the compensation plan, they're all different. If they can do it, I can do it. Why couldn't I? Right? And why can't you? So I think it's so important that you guys get there. And I know what it's like. I know some of you might be like, I don't know anybody coming. I'm all alone. My upline's not coming, or maybe it's I don't have anybody in my team coming. And I understand that. I understand that feeling. So if you're alone and you feel like you don't have any leadership coming and you want to know how to find roommates, or you want to know how to find the group and know where we are, we have a Facebook page. Okay. If you want to make sure that you get added into that Facebook page, you can send me a private message. You can ask somebody else. We will all help you guys. Okay. And Amy says she'll pal around with you. See, and that's what's so great about the Facebook page that we create, or the group that we create, is because on there, we'll put on there. If I'm walking over to the conference center, because on Friday it's open all day, you can go to the Lavelle Gear Store and see the new stuff. You can see their social media corner. They have all kinds of stuff going on. If I'm heading over there to pick up my ticket and check out those things, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to say, hey guys, I'm headed over here. Whoever wants to join us. Hey guys, we're going out to lunch at this place if you want to join us. Hey guys, we're hanging out in the lobby of this hotel if you want to join us. That's what we do, right? And we're all here to support and help each other. I want to read what Amy Ward just wrote, because I could tell it's something good. She said, I've done my calendar this way since the beginning, color coded. Be 100% with your family and 100% in your business at the designated times, and you'll never have that guilt in whichever hat you have on at that time. So true. And Thrive Palooza made me feel exactly like this. I can do this. I won't stop. I love that. So awesome. So make sure you ask to be part of that Facebook page that we have, or group actually that we have, because we want to make sure you don't feel like you're going to be there alone. And if you want to find roommates, that's a great place to find roommates. But here's the thing. You can make this a very inexpensive. The way Lavelle has it set up this year is it begins Friday evening. And then it goes all day Saturday. And if you have a VIP ticket, then there's something Saturday evening for you. It's a party. Okay. But if you have a general admission ticket, you could literally fly in Friday morning and fly out Saturday night. Okay. If you have family or a job, I know I've heard from some of you that it's really hard for you to leave your job or leave your family. You could even come in Friday night. You'll miss our team party, which I'm going to talk about in a second, and you'll miss the welcoming party, but it's not really all that important. The training begins Saturday morning. So get there. That's what's most important, is that training day. And the way they have it set up this year, you really could fly in Friday morning or Friday evening, fly out Saturday night. You'd only have to pay for a hotel room for one night. You can make it pretty inexpensive. We're hosting an amazing party. You're amazing leaders here in United We Thrive. We're coming together to host a rooftop party at the Sinclair Hotel on Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. We can stay longer and I'll walk over to the party together, but it will go from 3 to 5 with past appetizers that should be heavy enough to be considered a meal. So that's one meal you don't have to pay for. We're going to have food being passed around. You're going to get one free drink on us. That will help, with your expenses, right? And then we walk over to the party together for Lavelle. So, keep that in mind too. If you're only going to come in for one night, but you can book your flight for Friday morning, definitely do that so you can be part of the team, so you can get to know other people. You see each other on these team huddles. You see each other on the team page. You help each other out on the threads. This is how you become real friends. There are people on this team, you guys, that I would have never known if I had not been in this business. And every year when we get to see each other at our annual conference or at one of our retreats or at one of the lifestyle getaways, it's like a family reunion. It feels so good. And you'll get those relationships if you come and you decide to be a part of it. That's how that happens. So I want to also, I want to make sure I covered all the things that I wanted to cover for you guys. Yeah. So we don't know the exact schedule yet. I know I've had a lot of people message me and ask. The only thing that I know from Drew, our president of Lavelle, is that Friday night will be the welcome party. It usually starts at 7 p.m. and all day Saturday will be the training. Then there'll be a break, and then there'll be a VIP party that night if you have a VIP ticket. Okay. Now, if you're staying till Sunday and you're like, what am I going to do Saturday night? I'm in general admission. Believe me, people will be going out. People will be going to stockyards. People will be hanging out in the lobby of different hotels. So if you're worried about that, again, that's why that Facebook group is so important to be a part of, because people will post in there and say, hey, this is where we're going to be. This is what we're doing. You will never feel alone. Okay. We're all here together. And I'm so glad Ashley Weeds just said what to wear, because that's my next point. So I'm so glad you brought that up. Somebody asked me the other day what to wear and pack for the retreat. And I'll tell you this, I'll put more inside of our Facebook group that's for Thrive Palooza. But basically, as of now, we don't know. I don't have all the details yet for what's going on. But normally, Friday night is usually some kind of thing going on. So, like last year, they had a DJ. The year before, they had Lenny Kravitz. So you just dress whatever you're comfortable in. Okay. You guys dress in what makes you comfortable and what you feel comfortable in on Friday night. It's party, it's fun. You know, some of us might be in sequins and dresses, because I know Erica's dying to bust out her sequences. And some of us will be in jeans and a cute shirt. And some of us might even be in shorts and a fun shirt, right? It doesn't matter, right? So you dress however you want to dress. Yes. And then Cindy said, don't forget Waldo. I think you're talking about our lifestyle getaway where we dressed up as Where Waldo. Yeah. So there's usually no theme for the Palooza. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy a special outfit or anything like that. You guys wear whatever you're comfortable in Friday night. Yes, we'll be in pictures as a team on the rooftop from 3 to 5. We're going to be taking some pictures. Kristen Rebolaka on our team is a photographer. So she's going to take some group shots of all of us so that we can have that to all be able to use. But you just dress however you feel comfortable, and wear comfortable shoes, because the best thing to do is to be walking from your hotel to the convention center, right? And that's what we'll be doing from the Sinclair Hotel Friday evening. We'll all walk over together. On Saturday, as of right now, as far as I know, it's going to be like any other Thrive Palooza. So again, you want to dress comfortable, whether that for you is workout clothes or cute shirt and jeans, or maybe it's a dress, whatever that is for you, you come comfortable. But remember, you're going to be in pictures, because your teammates are going to be like, oh my gosh, Ashley, we've talked all the time. I can't wait to take a picture with you, right? Like that's what happens. So you want to make sure you dress however you feel comfortable in pictures. Okay. So like for me, for example, I feel more comfortable in a dress or a cute shirt with jeans than I do in workout clothes. I just don't love the way I look in workout clothes. And so that's how I would probably dress. But if you feel good in workout clothes, you wear workout clothes, because what you're going to see when you walk into that room is so much diversity. Okay, guys. And so you really want to show up as you and be comfortable. And you want to make sure that you're comfortable in whatever you're wearing to sit at a table, or actually so usually the front, the VIP section, we have tables, but then the back, it's just a bunch of chairs. Either way, you got to be comfortable. You're sitting there all day taking notes, right? Usually it's anywhere from like maybe 9 a.m. to 2 or 10 to 3. So you want to be comfortable. You want to pack extra snacks. There's usually always concessions going on out there, but there's lines, lots of lines. So I actually don't depend on that to eat on that Saturday. I usually bring with me a bunch of Thrive stuff. I bring Thrive Pro Bars. I bring nuts. You could bring beef jerky. I don't need beef jerky, but you could bring Thrive Bites. I bring Form. I bring usually Boost and Activate, because you start to get tired when you're inside of that room, right? It's like when you're in a room for a really long time, you don't see sunlight, you get a little tired, right? Oh, Thrive Chips. I forgot about those. Such a good idea, Amy Lynn. Thank you so much. And so, making sure that you fill up your bag with the things that you're going to want. Bring an extra charger for your phone, all those goodies. And I'll give you guys all those ideas inside the Facebook group as well. Now, I want to make sure we talk about Southeast Asia, okay? Because Southeast Asia is really exciting, guys. So right now, it's open for you to start getting new free customer accounts. You can get promoter accounts or customer accounts right now. However, it is not open for sales yet. What they're looking for is which regions, which areas, which spots have the most free accounts. That's where they're going to open up for sales first. So some of you are like, awesome, I already know people that are there. You're on it. Some of you are like me and you're like, I have no idea. I don't know anybody in the Philippines or Vietnam or any of these places. Like, how do you even find these people, right? So I want to share with you guys a couple tips that I've heard lately that I think are really brilliant. First of all, if any of you guys are utilizing things like, oh yeah, missionaries live there. Absolutely. That's so smart. And so if any of you guys are utilizing things like Clubhouse or Instagram or TikTok or any of those kind of great social media platforms, even Facebook, you can find so many people that live in those areas, right? So, for example, if you're looking for that on Instagram, you could be using hashtags, you could be using the geolocation. You can also, if you're on Clubhouse, you could be looking for things like that. You want to start to build relationships. You don't want to just immediately find somebody and go, "Oh, I see you're from Vietnam. I've been looking for somebody from Vietnam because I want to start a business there." Or my company's growing there. Don't start with that. Start with connecting, getting to know them, creating a relationship with them. Maybe you found somebody on Instagram who lives in Vietnam and you like her Instagram because she's into fashion and you love what she's posting. So send her a message. Hey, I'd love for you to follow me. I'm following you. I love your fashion. Where did you get blah, blah, blah? Start with engaging with them. Go back and forth. Get to know them. And then listen, guys, if you have a few hundred people on Instagram, you're a micro influencer. And people love to be called anything with the word influencer. So compliment them. Hey, I noticed that you have a great following here on Instagram. I would love to tell you about an opportunity where we're about to launch brand new in your area. Would you be open to another stream of income? Would you love to learn how you can monetize your scroll? Would you love to learn about how you can have all of your followers learn more about how to feel better? Hey, did you know you're a micro influencer? Would you like to hear a little bit about how we're about to open up in your area? And this could be another stream of income. Those are all just different ways you can say it, but don't say it first. Always start with a relationship first. Go back and forth, engage, get to know them. And then it'll be so cool for you to be able to think about how you could really do that. Yes, Beth said salon owners, so smart. Your nail place, who do they know from back home? Melissa said, "What if you do know some people overseas that know people in those areas, but you don't know anyone there? How would you ask your friends?" Oh, such a great question. So I actually did that today. I was talking with one of my friends, and I know that she knows somebody over there. And I just said to her, "Hey, listen, we're expanding. My company is expanding, and we're looking for people who want to help launch the company in these certain areas in Southeast Asia. Do you know anybody that you could connect me with on Facebook message about this? Because you saw me when I first started here in Florida and I was able to really grow the area, and I would love to help somebody else do that too." Right. So I just was straight up with her, and she said, "Yeah, tomorrow I'll put you on a message with her and see if she's still living there. I don't even know where she lives anymore." So it's a ask. Why wouldn't you ask? All they can say is no, right? But most likely, if you're saying, "Hey, do you mind just putting me on a message with your friend that lives, in that area?" I don't know why they would say no, right? And then you can get to know that person and share this amazing opportunity that they have to really launch this business in their area. And you guys, just so you know, everyone I've ever talked to in MLM, network marketing, direct sales over the last 11 and a half years has told me that in Asia, it is like very prestigious to be part of an MLM, network marketing, direct sales. They don't have that stigma that unfortunately a lot of people have here in the United States. I don't know if you guys have that stigma in Canada, but a lot of times we're having to show that we have elevated the MLM game here in the United States, right? And so sometimes we have that objection, but in Asia and areas over there, it's actually very cool to be part of an MLM, network marketing, direct sales business. So they're not going to feel as like maybe standoffish because they've probably heard of them before and know people who've had success with them. Okay. So don't let your own intimidation stop you. What if you met somebody and you were able to completely change their life? You showed them an opportunity, they took off with it, and it not only blessed them, but in return blessed you. Guys, that's what happened to me with Beth Graves. I mean, if I didn't ask her straight up, then I would have never had half this team that's on here tonight. Okay. So, yes, this would cover the Philippines. Absolutely. Thanks, Amy. All right, guys. So I know that was a lot of stuff that we covered tonight. We covered, time blocking, calendar. We covered Palooza. We covered Southeast Asia. But I really wanted to make sure we hit all those points tonight while I had you guys all on here because there's lots of good stuff going on and even more to come. I'm sure they're going to announce all kinds of amazing things at Palooza. And I cannot wait to see how many of you guys are going. One last point, if you are on the Facebook group for Thrive Palooza, make sure you send me your address. I've got all these people back here who sent me their address. We're sending you your ticket to get up the elevator for our event on Friday. We have a private elevator that takes you all the way up to the top, to the rooftop. So your name has to be on the list. So when you send me your address, your name goes on the list. And I also send you the ticket. And with that ticket, you get access to the rooftop and one free drink from the bar. Okay. So we cannot wait to see you guys there. I hope all of you are able to come. And if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask me. And if you're not part of that Facebook group yet and you want to be, I'm going to put the link right now on our team page. And you guys can also get that time blocking calendar planning sheet on there as well. All right, guys, have a great night. Oh, Amy Lunn, you won the $50 credit. So I'll send those over to you now. Bye, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for joining.